Yo, what up, David? Oh, hell yeah. Noise.
How did you get on with those tasks?
Madam Kogawa, I completed the list of tasks you assigned.
Wonderful. I trust you became more familiar with your broom through the process?
Yes, Professor.
That's good to hear. Keep it up, and perhaps one day you'll have a spot on the Quidditch team. If Black
How
ever
is
permits
the
Quidditch
new
again.
mattress?
Well, with those tasks out of the way, let us get started. Glacius. Pay attention to your wand work.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Well done.
She loves it.
I'd recommend that you practice
Ooh.
your new spell here in my office before taking it out into
Made a
the
good
world.
selection. What day is your birthday? Got flowers for her and her mom today. Today's her mom's birthday. So you guys' birthday's kind of close. This Friday. Wait, I can't remember if you told me. I can't remember if you told me you have any plans. I know you were talking about going to see a movie. I don't know if you already did that or not. But that was before you guys were I don't know. That was when you guys were just now or newer talking, I guess. Because I remember you said you were just gonna ask.
Can't imagine how muggles get
hell?
by without magic. Almost makes me feel a bit guilty.
That was glitching out. She said she might cook for me on Friday. Nothing too big, might go out. Hell yeah, that'll be cool, man. I thought, I figured since you said that you were celebrating your birthday today, I figured maybe you weren't gonna get to see her on Friday or something.
For helping to save the village from those trolls.
Oh, please.
Hello there. Nice to see you.
But now you said you were celebrating her mom's
Hello, Miss
birthday.
Ryan. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Rookwood and Harlow the day of the troll attack.
Serona, please. and I was happy to help. Oh, those two are nothing but trouble. Glad you and your friend were here when they found you.
I am too. You were speaking to a goblin here that day.
Yes, Lodgok. He's a friend.
It seemed as though you were on good terms with him.
I've known him for years. We met when I was waiting tables here as a student, well before I bought the place.
Just
He
gonna
was
do
cordial
something
enough,
on
but
your
we weren't
birthday.
friends
Just haven't
then.
planned yet.
His mistrust
Hell
of
yeah,
wizard
man.
kind ran deep.
But you're friends now.
We are. Hadn't seen him in a year.
I don't really
came
plan
in a few
anything
months
for
ago,
my birthdays, honestly.
But he recognized me instantly, which
I
is
mean,
more than I
Anna,
can say
like,
for some of my own
I
classmates.
guess it's tried to
Took
get
them
me
a second to realize I was
wanna
actually a
go do
witch,
shit,
not a
but
wizard. Not all goblins are like
I just
Ranrock
mainly
and
want
his
to do
loyalists.
something like
Lodgok is as worried
I don't know.
as
My
the rest
birthday's
of
in
us
February,
about what's been
so
going on.
In that case, I'd like to talk with him.
football and shit's
about
off by
Ranrock in
then.
particular.
Depending on if
Where
it's
might
even
I
on
find
like a
him?
Sunday
I
or
assume
something.
your interest is to do with the rumors
Most of
I've
the
heard
time I
about
just wanna, like,
Ranrock
chill at
working
home
with our
and eat
friend
fucking
Rookwood.
It is.
Pizza or
If he's
something.
not here, you might find him doing
Like
business
bacon
at the Hog's Head.
cheeseburger, just like something
He's a
good.
trusted metal trader.
I
And
don't
you
really
should mention that we
anything
spoke.
special.
He
The order
can,
I've gotten.
understandably, be wary of witches and wizards, even ones as young as you. That said, if you're looking for information on Ranrock to help rein him in, you'll find an ally in Lodgok.
Logok. How the Logok? Okay.
Thank you, Serona.
If you find Lodgok, please.
I tried
give
to
him
make
my
a whack
best.
ass character and ended up making like
I
this.
don't know what you've done to make such
dude
powerful
who
enemies.
looks like a chick
but please,
and has like an
watch your back.
android sounding voice. Or maybe it's just because it's like loud in my headphones, but it has like this androidish sound to it for some reason. I didn't even notice that till about like an hour into the game.
Hello. Good to see you outside the castle.
Well, that'll be
Thank
cool,
you,
man.
Ahmed.
She gonna come over and cook something and just chill.
Welcome to the Hog's Head. Any empty seat is yours.
I prefer those kind of
Hello,
days.
Lodgok. Serona said I might find you here.
Today your
Yes, she
brother
did,
made
did she?
burgers, grilled
Did she
chicken
send
and
you
shrimp.
with
I've never
news?
had a
No,
chicken and
actually,
shrimp burger.
I wanted to speak with you. It's about
Oh,
Ranrock.
wait, are you mean
Now
he
I
made
remember.
burgers and
The
grilled
Three
chicken and
Broomsticks.
shrimp?
Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am, and I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to, so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's say I did know. Why should I trust you?
Serona trusts me, and she said she thought our interests may be aligned.
Well, if Serona trusts you, very well.
Oh,
I may know of
that was
something
like a
that could
fucking
help us
a
both.
chicken shrimp
A
burger.
way to get Ranrock to
I
confide
mean, I don't know.
his plans
I'd be down to
to
try
me.
something like
I'm
that though,
listening.
if that
Years ago,
exists.
a heinous witch stole a sacred goblin relic.
Hell yeah, though. That sounds
Rumor
good,
has
man.
it that it now rests in her sarcophagus, in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind. Ranrock and I had
I made like a
falling out
burger,
a while
or
back.
actually I made
The
burgers
relic
yesterday
could well
for
repair
lunch
the
for
chasm
me and the
between
kids.
us.
We have like one of those like countertop small George Foreman grill things. I mean, it's not like the best, you know, not really the same as something on a grill, but I guess it did the trick. But we never fucking used that thing, man. And I like pulled it out the other day and was like, I want to make some burgers. But the little grease tray thing that like sets at the bottom is gone, so gonna have to get something to put down there or order a new one. I just put that motherfucker over like the edge of the sink. I let that shit just drain in the sink. Oh, I've heard of that before. The McDonald's. Yeah, I've heard of that. Oh, you have a George Foreman too? Yeah, dude, they're dope. There's nothing like a fucking homemade burger, man. I hadn't had one of those in a while, and like I fucking devoured that shit the other day. Kids didn't like it as much as I did, but that's pretty normal around here. I thought about that. I was gonna use paper towels literally at first. I was just gonna shove a bunch down there at the bottom, but I was like nervous that they might fucking catch fire or some shit. But if you've done it before, like, I'll definitely have to remember that, because I don't have the fucking grease catcher anymore. But I just like put it to where it like tilted right, like, I don't know, it just tilted perfectly to where like the grease just dripped down the side of the sink. But I know it's not good to be like, you know, putting a lot of fucking grease down the sink. I try to like do it and run hot water and all that shit, but
Very well. I'll retrieve the relic if you promise to share Ranrock's plans with me.
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the
oh,
relic,
it's shattered.
and you,
Damn.
that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need, and
I know
meet
those
me near
grills are
Witch's
fucking
Tomb.
convenient though, man. It's nice. Just plug it in and heats up. Make a burger in like what, 5 minutes? That's just too. The hardest part is patting out the patties, honestly. But that's kind of the part that I like as well, because then like that's the part where you can really add like your seasoning and shit. Just sucks like if you don't have gloves. I just do that shit barehanded. Then spent like 5 minutes washing all the grease off my hands. Or I guess it was grease, just hamburger meat, fat shit.
Good. There's no time to lose.
What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
I got my sister-in-law to braid my
valuable
hair. I
heirloom known
looked
as the helmet
cute.
of
Dare I
Erdcot.
say I looked
The
cute?
witch considered herself a collector and purchased the helmet
Hell
as a
yeah.
trinket. She cared not what pain she caused the goblins.
With the beard and
Goblins
shit. Wait.
believe that the rightful owner of any
Oh yeah, you
object
said your
is its
hair,
maker,
not beard
not
hair.
its purchaser.
I bet with braided hair and a
sees
beard,
things
you probably
differently.
look
It's a
definitely
wonder
like
goblins and
Vikingish.
wizards have ever been able to work together.
The differences between our kinds are myriad.
They seem to
Your
be.
hair already did kind
It
of
may
look that way.
surprise you to know that I do not believe those differences always to be insurmountable.
Didn't you have your hair like
It is
shaved
the
on the
reason I find
sides?
myself
And
traveling with you to this tomb today.
it was still kind of long on top, and you had it in like a. You had it in like a ponytail or something, didn't you? Or just a band? You had it like tied. Yeah. You usually keep it in a bun. I honestly miss having longer hair. Then when I see pictures of myself with longer hair, it's like, I should let my hair grow out. Then my hair starts growing out. Then it like gets to a point where it's like I don't like it. Then I just end up shaving it. It's kind of the same with my beard, I guess. Like my beard will sometimes get like, I mean, not long, but long enough to where I could like run my fingers through it. And then I'll end up cutting it and starting all over again. To be honest, dude, I wouldn't mind like having like a hairstyle and shit like you do have, but I'm pretty sure I've asked Anna to like try and cut my hair into a mohawk and shit. And even before her, I used to like, my mom used to cut my hair a shit ton, cause she used to work at like a beauty salon. But every person I've ever asked to do that to my hair, make it like a mohawk or something, they always tell me that I look stupid, and then they don't want to do it. Even though I like, I don't know. It's just to me, it's always just hair. It's like my hair grows so fast. I feel like it's not like it grows like extremely fast, but I could cut that shit and then it feels like it's back a month or two later.
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet.
Same with the beard.
As a wand carrier, you should have an advantage. Now, before you
Your
set
beard
off,
could get
do
insane.
you
I
have
believe
any
you, man.
questions?
I feel my beard almost grows faster than my fucking head hair.
It all seems clear to me now that we're here.
I do hope our alliance proves fruitful. Again, I wish you luck. I will remain here.
Tara liked the
eagerly
comforter.
awaiting
She
your
picked it
return.
out. Oh yeah, I think
Please,
you said something
be
about
careful.
that in Discord. Hell yeah. Maybe you told me last time I was streaming. I don't remember.
I do have some questions about Ranrock and the helmet.
Yes, of course.
What about this helmet
Gotta
makes it
trim
so
my
special?
hair every
The helmet
3
of
months.
Urtkot
On
is
the
an
sides,
ancient
I
and
get
storied
shaggy.
relic, forged
Hell yeah,
during
I
a
feel
time
you.
of unity among the goblin clans. It inspired
That's
greatness.
my main.
That is,
That's the main thing I
until it
hate.
was no longer
Is when my
ours.
hair starts
Then
getting
it
long enough to
became
where it starts
something
trying to
else.
like grow
A
over
symbol
my
of what has
ears and
been
shit.
lost, of all that wizard kind has taken from
And that's
us.
the hardest part for
Reclaiming
me.
it would mean a great
Because
deal
I kind of
to
have to go
goblin
through that if
kind
I'm gonna
and
like
to
grow my
Ranrock.
hair out. You know.
He would be grateful to me should I return it.
It seems Ranrock and Rookwood are conspiring.
Oh, she didn't see it till today.
Why would
oh,
that be?
I thought you
I
said.
have
Oh,
heard
didn't you
this.
say like she
When the
helped you pick it
dark-hearted
out or something
conspire,
like that?
they seldom make their full
Or I
intentions
thought you said she
clear
helped
to
you
one
pick
another.
something out. that
I
had to
can
do with
only
the bed.
speculate, but I imagine their alliance is uneasy and quite fragile. Let
Or
us
you said
hope
you
that
gave her, like, a-
ours is less so.
Selection list or something like that. Yeah. Keep hitting this damn fan under my feet.
It all seems clear to me now that we're here.
I do hope our alliance proves fruitful. Again,
She
I
helped
wish you
me
luck.
pick this one out. Hell yeah. Gotta take it for a little test drive. Or a cuddle test, I guess. Yeah, that's what it was. You said you sent her pictures. That was it.
It's sealed.
It's the gentleman thing to do.
Moths. Curious. Lumos. Merlin's beard.
Gotta start adding more leg days to the gym.
I believe you are ready to learn Arresto Momentum, the slowing charm. It allows you to freeze objects or people in
Gotta start
midair.
doing more
Simply
squats.
complete a few tasks and then come and see me.
That's fucking. That's how it is for me. Like, no lie, man. If I haven't been active or something in a week, there'll be times where like, usually like my fucking calf shit. I don't know. I guess it just depends on what happens. Okay, I'm running around like mindlessly. Okay.
Potato.
Stupid how you gotta like turn the light off
Lumos.
just to. 29 years old in my midlife crisis. Fuck, how do I get it out? Oh, there we go.
Lumos.
David's back in the game now, though. It's like you've been a free agent for a little while. That was your first game back. You're not expected to do perfect, you know.
I have a feeling I'm not alone here. Oh, he's inferior! Horrible!
Wait, I didn't notice in the picture. Is it? Do you just have it on the ground? That's how my bed was. Like that first girl that I talked to from Meet Me, but she just insisted to come from California. I literally just had like a fucking mattress on the floor. Combat in this game is top. Yeah, dude, like that's probably one of the funnest things, honestly. And there's just like so many different spells you can get. Shit's been pretty fun though, for sure.
If I could power it somehow.
I don't know like a whole lot about
it
Harry
looks
Potter
like it
lore,
could be
but
rotated.
it's been pretty cool. How it's like an open world. Or, I mean, I guess it gets
Lumos.
to open world. On the floor now, yeah, I feel you. I've been there though. I mean, it works. And you get to a point where it's like, when you have like a girlfriend, you know, like you by yourself probably wouldn't even give a fuck. And I mean, she probably might not really care either, but yeah, I know. Want to get like a normal frame and shit. Plus, it'll make it easier for positioning.
Potato. Lumos.
Yo, where the hell is this last butterfly? Oh, there it is. Oh. Spell is it?
Here.
Fuck.
This has a moth imprinted on it. The same as the door.
I used to have a frame, it's just that my room was always dirty, so I had to clean under it. Oh yeah, I feel you. That's how our fucking, we have like shit under ours. It's gotten under there. If it ain't from Anna, it's from like the kitten, honestly. had that spell out. Fuck.
Revelio. I see. This is supposed to spin. But how?
As soon as I leave, he fucking starts screaming.
Revelio. Lumos. Confringo! Incendio! Lumos. Lumos. What's that hanging there? Looks precarious. Down I go. No other way. Revelio. It's sealed shut from the other side. Revelio. Closer. Accio. Lumos. 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 Incendio. Tego. This looks even more complex. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos. Making this spin ought to raise that platform. That must be it. Revelio. Lumos. Lumos. The witch's final resting place. Lodgok said the helmet was in her sarcophagus. A dead Ashwinder. Your compatriots must have made off with the helmet. Better show this to Lodgok. I know there's a mechanism to open this door. Lodgok, the sarcophagus has been raided. I found no helmet, only a dead Ashwinder.
Damn! They got here first. We need to get it before Rookwood uses it to further ingratiate himself to Ranrock. I saw one of their campsites not far from here, but I fear you must go in alone. My fighting days are behind me.
I'll head there now.
Good. There's no time to lose. Get to that helmet before Rookwood does, or we will lose our chance at any leverage, no matter how small, with Ranrock. To think those wretched thieves have their hands on such a relic.
A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time.
Allow me to put you out of your misery. Perfect. Target practice.
There they are. The Ashwinders.
There you are. You're going to regret that. Incendio! You made a great mistake. Ha! You're easier to spot than an eruption. Aha! Back from more. Knew you were still hanging about. Expulso! 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 Now to finish the job.
What was that?
Might want to look up. You better. Expulso! Quite conductive, aren't we? You will pay for your deeds. Expulso! Stand from above! You're going to regret that.
Revelio. That's it.
This is for Rookwood!
I'll make you wish you were back at school.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Good job, aren't you? You've made a great mistake.
Let's get this over with, shall we? I have things to do.
Incendio! Expulso!
Wonder if I'm safe to explore in there. I retrieved the helmet from the Ashwinders.
Well done. This is sure to impress Ranrock. The helmet shines even more brightly than I imagined. The etchings, the contour of the profile, remarkable.
It looks stunning, Lodgok. I see why you wanted it back.
You did the thieves a service by recovering it. I know many a goblin who would have killed for it.
Oh, then I'm glad to be rid of it myself.
Thank you. This should earn Ranrock's trust. I will take it to him immediately. It may distract him from his search.
His search?
It is merely an inkling. You have impressed me greatly, friend. I am glad that I trusted you. We shall speak soon. Best to keep our arrangement quiet for now. Many will not believe that our aims might possibly be aligned.
Can't catch thieves!
Revelio. Here's a welcome treat. Delicious. again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night. Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Go on, take the moon. Oh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed, which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of two statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alahamora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
Alohomora. Ha! Alohomora.
Well done! You're in. Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps. This is a restricted area of the castle, after all.
How are your students getting along?
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddled cape flappers that can scarcely tell the difference between aconite and asphodel.
Yes, well, it's still
Revelio. This must be the prefect's bathroom.
Loyalists are preparing for a rebellion. Always mucking about, stirring up trouble. Perhaps Ranrock and his lot wouldn't be so combative if the Ministry
following on account of my venomous tentacula?
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though. Well, I suppose I should begin my rounds now.
I suppose Professor Black knows best, but the students are terribly disappointed. I had planned to get a few galleons on Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff? Ravenclaw? I knew I had. And Ravenclaw would not have used I castled to Hufflepuff myself. What was that?
What was what?
I thought I heard something. Perhaps not.
Revelio. Revelio. Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it.
Revelio.
said that travel broadens the mind. Revelio.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe.
Oh! Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches. Experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. I'm giving him some beast feed. What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition and cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing. Oh.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Neasels just as you did with Gerald. The Neasels really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps.
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other fifth years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
I need to talk to you. Come here.
Did you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well, lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. knew it. I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties. Tell what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howard mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope. Always going somewhere, that one.
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
Now that you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
I've not heard from my Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
You made it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you...
Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy. Hey. Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for. Revelio.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Good. I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh dear, Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you. His search for a cure is futile, I'm afraid. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only a good wizard is dead, isn't it?
If only I could get my hands on... I don't. Not ribbon and dying, are we?
I won't rest. Dead. Rub. Why don't you come up here and fight me? How childish.
Button and foot! You won't get away with that.
You've made your last mistake. I don't have time for this. How nice of you to stop by. Better.
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
Seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The Loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything. I've heard goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's Loyalists. Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Revelio. This well looks familiar. Sebastian, over here. Do you think this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be.
Incendio!
But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Lumos. Revelio. Sebastian, I've seen this before. The house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor, hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section, with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It all has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out.
Confringo!
Huh, a stairwell.
Incendio!
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this. Revelio. Confringo! You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange.
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can, but perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath. Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the Keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts?
You did not. Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
You miserable lout! Your sister has been in St. Mungo's for 3 days, and she's still vomiting slugs! If you ever put your wand at your...
Luke and Brattleby must have nearly wet himself when you won every...
Have you found anything to, prove my bravery yet?
Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame Wowing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Polyjuice potion wants keeping away from today's young.
Welcome back. I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. I truly appreciate all of your help. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. I must tell you, half of Hogsmeade's been by the shop asking about rumours of a broom upgrade. Without the information you provided, my work would have taken twice as long. Thank you again. It may sound ambitious, but I've already begun work on another upgrade, more difficult to perfect than the last. I wondered, would you be interested in joining forces again? There's another course near Arendale that Miss Reyes has mastered. If you were to test this first upgrade there, it may help me as I develop the next. Oh, you'll consider it, won't you?
Sounds as if you're really outdoing yourself. If I'm able to help, I will.
Thank you. I know this recent success was only the beginning of what I can do for Broomflight. Report back as soon as you can, and we'll be off to the races.
Off to the races, then.
Bromley Gaunt was the sorted...